Uh, good evening, Kenya. This is Kenya News Alert, and the show is Kenya News Alert Evening Updates. This is where we update you on everything that has happened during the day, and then we tell you hapa ndo Rais alikuwa, hapa ndo Kalonzo alikuwa, hapa ndo Yule and Rigathi and all the rest. Okay, so my name is Zulfa Wanjiru Mwage, and karibuni sana. Leo ikiwa tarehe ngapi? 22 mwezi huu wa 5 mwaka wa 2025. Karibu.
Good evening, guys. How are you doing? I think you're doing well. My name is Tilda and welcome to the show until saa 12 wakati ambapo tunamaliza. Thank you.
So I wanted to, well, do you know Sylvanus Osoro? Sylvanus Osoro na deputy wamekuwa Kisii, ambapo Osoro ameongea mambo wa kadha. And I don't get, see, I thought these people from Kisii walikuwa wameshasema they want Matiang'I. And now I see them everywhere with now welcoming Kindiki. What does that mean?
Mahali kuna pesa lazima tu tushangilie. If you umeona hiyo ilikuwa story ya do, sorry. Ilikuwa ya story ya do, na sijui hizo pesa wanatoa ni za nini, by the way. Wapi? Hizo pesa wanatoa ni za wanafanyia? Cause amezunga karibu mali mbili. I don't know amekuwa wapi wakatoa pesa, ndio tena Kisii wamekuwa wakitoa pesa. Unaona mtu anabeba 100,000. Huko. I don't know, maybe it's still going round and round. Yeah. But people have money outside here. Mkilia shida huku na watu wanatoa 100,000, 50,000, 20,000, 80,000, 1 million. Hey. Hapo mnasema hapa watu hawana pesa. Watu wana pesa. Kama unasema mimi sina pesa, kama mimi sina pesa, mimi sina. Lakini watu wanazo. So today Kindiki has been there. Akijaribu kungangana na kufanya kazi ambayo anatumwa na the boss. Okay. Right.
Endelea, sinakusikiza.
Sinakuuliza, ndio nimekuuliza. Hiyo pesa wanatoa ni ya nini? Kwa sababu mimi hata sielewi ni ya nini. Ni ya kusupport nini?
Wacha tuende hapo tuweze kusikiza. It is easier when we're there. Ndo tumsikie from the horse's mouth. Tusikie vizuri wakisema pesa ni ya nini. So producer, if you could go there, it would be really good.
Tutige tole minto naendo mugaso yororire to irangora moire ngora ere byago sere bobe. Your Excellency Deputy President, karibu sana hapa kwetu. Hapa ndio South Mugirango. Unajua His Excellency atasema maneno mengine akisimama hapa anashinda akiniambia kwamba sijamaliza kulipa dawari, lakini atasimama aniambie kwa sababu hapa ukiongea hawa watanichangia, kama nimekuama kidogo waweze kunichangia niende nimalize kule kwenu. Na kina ina mwako baiga. Mbarabi motaete. Barabi abo. ya aye oyo ikaranstega ne deputy president ekara soira hande ebiye nimbiri moko rebi bigunya gotenna bigunya woncho kanana oma etoyo atigere taka step kwa kamo abo monene ke yani eto kusaba kene nke bara kide ono muntu kiteo monene one biye ni muro chi bigunya woncho kanana bitigi gendo ngiura kore nabaskari baye kusema na bamento gage. So nataka kwanza nikukaribisha hapa Your Excellency. Number 2, nitaje maneno 2-3 kwa sababu najua ukisimama hapa utayazungumzia. Your Excellency, kwa ile mkutano tulikuwa nayo Nairobi about 3 months ago, ulikuwa kwa hiyo mkutano na Mheshimiwa Rais alikuwa kwa hiyo mkutano. Ile barabara niliwaeleza ya Etago, Ekona, Geteni, Nyamaiya iko tu hapa juu. Your Excellency, vile naenda kukaribisha hata mengine yote yakiwa chini, ile utazungumza ndio hao wananchi wanisikize zaidi. Barabara ya Etago, Ekona, Geteni, Nyamaiya inaanza lini? Erebi yako sere bobe. Niseme nisiseme? Si mumenituma hiyo? Barabara ya wapi? Etago, Ekona, Geteni. His Excellency atueleze tu hapa watakuja lini na Mheshimiwa Rais watusaidie hiyo barabara. Si namna hiyo? Ya pili, Your Excellency, hii stadium ambayo tumesimama hapa mbaya sana. Angalia vile inakaa. Tukingoja county government itengeneza, haiwezi. Mimi nakuambia ukweli, haiwezi. Kwa sababu kazi ya stadium ni ya county government. Lakini haifanye nini? Haiwezi. Plan ni gani kwa hii stadium ya Etago, Ekona, Geteni, Nyamaiya? Ya Etago Green Stadium. Plan ni gani kwa Nyamarambe Stadium? Kwa sababu niko na Nyamarambe na niko na wapi? Mimi nikiwa na watu wote lazima ni balance. Chache na Borabu. Tukitangaza Etago lazima itangazwe Nyamarambe. So that we balance yote. Erebi yako sere bobe. Ya tatu, watu wetu wa Rerek wengine wamelegea kazi. Kuna kazi zilikuwa zimeanza hapa za Rerek, za last mile connectivity. Zingine zinaendelea na zingine hawamalizi, wako slow. Mahali project ya stima ilikuwa imeanza kuwekwa, tunaomba isukumwe watu wapate stima. Although sasa tunazungumza Your Excellency, tuko na contractors on site na surveyors wanaendelea kufanya all over. Lakini waharakishwe because iko stages iko na pesa mingi ya stima. Waharakishwe ndio hao watu waweze kuona mwangaza. Mumekubali? Mumekubali? Ya mwisho Your Excellency, nitaomba ni hii shule yangu ya St. Linus. Niliona kwa budget mniliwekea pesa, lakini najua kwamba utatangaza leo ni ngapi na ni siku gani hiyo pesa itaongezwa ndio hii gorofa yangu iweze kumalizika. Police station yetu ya Etago naona kidogo kuna ma-challenge ya cell siku hizi. Your Excellency, sijui kama vile unanisikiza, hii cell yetu ya Etago police station wako tu na cell moja. Watu wetu hawakosei sana, ndio maana cell ni moja. Lakini ama watu wangu hawakosei sana. Lakini kwa sababu hatujui kesho itakuwa aje, tuongezee cell nyingine na ijengwe ikuwe modern police station ndio tuweze kukua na town ya maana katika Etago police station area hii. Erebi yako sere bobe. So mimi leo nataka nikutangazie hivi. Hapa Kisii tumeamua, wacha hiyo propaganda Mheshimiwa Faruku kidogo. Wacha hiyo propaganda ambayo ilikuwa inaenea hapa Gusii mzima. Sisi tunataka kufanya kazi na serikali. Kama kuna area watu wakukaribishi na wakaribishi rais, South Mugirango sisi tunamtaka. Kama kuna area watu hawataki barabara, wanataka jina, South Mugirango sisi tunataka. Kama kuna area watu hawataki stima, ni sawa. Hii miaka sisi tunataka maendeleo hapa kwetu. Ile maneno nilisikia mmoja alikuwa anasema kwa redio. Kuna kiongozi mmoja alisema juzi kwa redio ya Kisii, ati anasema nataka nione kama watu kama akina Osoro wataenda aje ground waongee. Ati akamwambia wakikuja ground muwafukuze na mawe. Wewe bwana Gashiedha, hapa ni wapi? Hapa ni wapi? Hii ni wapi hii unasema? Unakuja kutishia mimi Unashindwa kutishia watu kule kwenu, unakuja kutishia mimi hapa Kisii. Bwana, akili yako inafanya kazi wewe bwana. Hii ndio Kisii South Mogirango. Na tumekanyaga kwa kazi ya maendeleo. Hebu nionyeshe akina nani wanapenda Silvana Osoro, nionyeshe kwa mshara ya mkono. Sasa wewe unaenda kwa radio badala ukuje ground. Unaenda kwa radio kutangaza ya kwamba sijui Osoro hawezi kanyaga Kisii, hawezi kanyaga South Mogirango. Hapa ni wapi? Na hii maneno ya kututishia juu ya 2027 ati sijui kutakuwa na vita, tafadhali. 2007 Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, mimi nilikuwa na pikipiki, nilikuwa naendesha bodaboda Molo. Pikipiki yangu nilishikwa nyinyi hamjui. Nikaona pikipiki yangu ikichomwa, nikatoroka. Nikakimbia nikaingia kwa tanki ya mafuta ya kuchota mafuta. Ile tanki ya kubeba petroleum. Nikaruka ndani. Mimi na hiyo wakati hakuna mtu alikuwa ananipigia simu. Mimi mnajua sina wazazi, hakuna mtu alikuwa na haja na mimi. Siku hizi ndio naona watu wako na haja na mimi. Nikakimbia, hiyo gari ikanileta mpaka Mukuru kwa Ruben. Nikiwa njaa, nilikuwa na kapesa kadogo, nikashuka Mukuru kwa Ruben hapo, Lunga Road, mahali wanaenda mafuta. Ile pesa nilikuwa nayo kidogo, nimechota kidogo ya bodaboda, nikanyang'anya na vijana walikuwa hapo. Nikakaa kwa slum, kwa street kwanza for some few days, sina chakula. Wewe unaanza kutuambia kwamba 2007 was a Christmas. Wewe akili yako bwana uko sawa? Na unatuambia hivyo, hata gari ya Subaru ikipita kwako kidogo hapo tu unakimbia. Wewe mtu muoga, mtu bure kabisa, unakuja unatishia nani? 2027 will be the most peaceful election ever. Maneno ya kutupangia vita na kupanga vita, unakuja kupanga nini? Asira mingi. Bwana, hii kiti si ya mtu, umeshindwa. Unakuja kutuambia hapa sijui maneno ya one term. Wewe si utuambie maneno ya half term. Wewe ni half term, unaambia watu wako at one term na wewe ni half term. Unatuambia one term na yako ni half term. You could not even convince 5 MPs wa kupigie kura. 5. Unakuja kutuambia hapa yenye kwenda. Tu kikelibono. Erebiyago sere bobe. Yaani komeke segi unapanga sisi kama jamii ya Mkisii tunataka amani. Because we are spread all over. Tuko hapa Migori, tuko Nyanza mzima, tuko Rift Valley, tuko Central. Ukianza kutuomea maneno ya vita, ukienda Thika kuna Kisii ndogo, ukienda Uasin Gishu kuna Keroka village, ukienda hapa Kisumu Nyamasaria ni sisi. Honestly, ukienda Nyahururu kuna Kisii ndogo, ukienda Nanyuki wa Kisii wamejaa. Alafu tuambie 2027 kutakuwa na vita. Sasa hata mkikasirika na sisi kidogo Kenya tunachaguliwa Minnesota. Wewe. Alafu unakuja kutuambia 2027 watoto wetu wakiwa nje. Shindwe sana. Shetani afanya nini? Shetani afanya nini? Hakutakuwa na vita 2027 kwa sababu wananchi wakiona kama hapa South Mogirango. Wananchi wakiona tao imekuwa lami, wanajua kiongozi wao. Wanajua ni nani watapigia. Wakiona market imeisha, wanajua ni nani wanapigia. Wakiona stadium imejengwa, wanajua ni nani wanapigia. Sasa vita itatokea wapi? Na watu wanajua nani wanapigia. Wacha kutusumbua mheshimiwa wewe, hata sijui kama ni mheshimiwa. Alafu unaenda unaambia watu kwa redio ya Kisii kwamba wabunge wa Kisii sijui wako namna gani, wamekataa kufuata sijui nini. Na wewe kwako hakuna mbunge, hata mbunge wako hakufuati. Hata mmoja hakufuati. Wabunge 60 uko na senators wawili. Unakuja kututishia hapa Kisii. Na ujui hata Kisii ni wapi. Unazoea tu kijiji moja. Wa Munyoro. Ati sisi, nyenye sisi kwenda kabisa. Ashindwe asishindwe. Bona na Mungu kuwa naiga, mama wande ngangane kurwa, ikega ni nganya ngende timweri. Na bona akuwa naiga, anga bona mbuga gagi ndigarega. Nje ti maiti gukira. Nda chekia abantu bona nje gagi ni maiti gukira. Mwanjira nire. Mwanjira ni tukaribisha mugamini oyo. Ngomukaribisha muri. Gaki omongwano no muororo. Muna tuwa musabire buya. Nkoirani are bintu. Na wanyane chibesa kore teretrare. Na wane pare nko yibraniriare. Ntegete tumukaribishe buya. Na ande tuanche abantu bagotoretera amagenderero. Mwanjira nire. Mwanjira nire. Bintu rimugo yakonta motige nabakani na motige. Dia wanda nga minto inche lina kabuga tiru mwaka nyore inche minto inche ntige karantiga. Inche nterantiga. Borro borimbora era. Tokora magenderero. Tokora magenderero. Mbariga bagoteba Osoro ju bado. Na ende mwezi pi. So kwa hayo machache na mengi. Mbuya mono sana. Your Excellency, hapa vikundi ambazo ziko hapa ni vikundi za boda boda.
Okay. Oh, guys, I think you've seen or you've heard what these people have been talking about. That is mocking and others. That's mocking, by the way. Because mtu unafanyia tu mwingine, people are just still behaving like the kids in school right now. Venye sisi tulikuwa unafanyia mtu akiongea unafanya hata mtu mkubwa sasa ibada anafanya You're mocking others. Why do you like mocking others? You are going to do something, but all what you've done is just mocking Gashago. Why are you going to speak about Gashago, or you are going to speak about other things that you are going to do there? Sasa wewe umeleta half term, yeye alikuletea one term. So why can't you just concentrate on some things that you're supposed to do? Why can't you do the work you're supposed to do? Ni watu. Lazima tu you go somewhere, speak about someone, umwambie venye anazungukia kijiji kimoja. Ni kwao. Lazima atengeneze kwao kukue sawa ndio aanze kuzurura kwa mambo mainga wenyewe. Wezi zurura kwa mambo wenyewe ukianza kuongea na yako hujatengeneza. Unatengeneza kwako kwanza. Yeah. You make your own home first, you clean it, you make sure it's okay, it's neat, and then you can jump to other people's bombers if you want. Because kama ni hiyo kazi sasa mmezoea mama, ya mnapenda sana kufanya. Guys, we should not, but some things that people do, wanatoa tu from their leaders. Wanatoa tu hapo. Because if a leader can come and do in front of the people, even I know kids were listening there. Rosketu walisema, Osoro anafanya, alikuwa anafanyia Gashago, hey, wewe behave kidogo hata mahali kwingine. You are a mheshimiwa, behave like a mheshimiwa. Stop doing to someone like that, mocking someone like that. Unakuja unatambia But hiyo vitu iliisha na wakati. Hata yeye ndiye amenikumbusha tulikuwa tunafanya hivyo shule by the way. Raimu.
Mtu akiongea.
Mtu anaongea sasa hiyo umejam.
Unajifanya umekasirika.
Na sasa hata unakasirika nini? It's not about even about you, hata akuongelelei. Yeye anangangana na ule mwenye huko juu. Where you are.
But what does this actually mean kwani? Si neta wa Kisii mna support nani? Ama kuna wale wa Kisii wa Matiang'I na kuna hawa wa Kisii wengine.
Wacha niwaambie. If you wanna you can't understand the Kenyans. You can't understand the Kenyans because
wanasema someone pale amemsalimia sana. Akasema hii ni Jaluo si Mkisii aswa. Let me I never knew. Please do continue.
Osoro si Mkisii?
Yes.
Why? Mbona yeye si Mkisii?
Take over.
Mmeanza mchezo. And how do you know? How do you know si Mkisii. Why, guys? But maybe, you know, for us, you know, actually we don't know people that much, but tunawajulia hapa mali wako. When you see them, the way they talk too much. I never knew who is Farouk, but I now, sahi ukiniuliza who is Farouk, I can explain to you who is Farouk. Hey, kwamba unashangaa mtu anakuja na bonga akishabonga that all shit, alafu ukiangalia is nobody in the government. Unakuwa zile za what the hell. Yani the government has given some people outside here the roles and the freedom of speeches, but others are not being given. Like Farouk, nani alimpea freedom speech? Yeye anaweza ongea venye anataka, but others, when we speak, or others like akina Gachagua wakiongea because they don't support the government, wanaanza kufuatwa, wanashikwa, wanaabductiwa, wanakuwa tortured. Yani kweli. So where Osoro ni Mjaluo? The Jaluos are the ones who speak like the Ama is what do you mean? Maybe you mean is in a wrong place. Afai kukua hapo Kisii. Amekanyaga mali kwenye si kwao. Anyway. Nimewaona sasa mali mnaenda. Lakini si amesema mambo anaweza, amefanya ile kitu anaweza, ameongea yenye kwa roho yake amemtoka. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because when I say these people do not have, like, first of all, the first thing imenchekesha ni ati huyu si Mkisii ni Jaluo. Sawa, that is one thing. And for my, but then, I swear I thought Mjawa ni Mjaka. From the beginning, I thought Osoro ni Mjaka. Ukija na Felix akisema ni Mkisii, niko like, ni Mkisii. I swear. Hata akisema KBB, I used to think this is a nini. So, yeah. Now, the other thing is, hawa watu ni watoto. Bro amesema mbele ya a million people, akasema hivyo. Akafanya vya mtoto mdogo ukimwambiaga kitu anakuambia hivyo. Especially when you go to be a guest somewhere, alafu mtoto wao anachukua nini anaanza kufanya hivyo. This is what is happening with this person. And that question we've asked, watu kama Farouk ni watu ambao wana freedom of speech, but watu wengine hatuna freedom of speech. Hao ndio wanaonekana ni kama hao ndio those are the only people who can stand up and say Uhuru Kenyatta sijui afai kupewa pension afai kuchukuliwa ipewe watu. Those are the only people. Angekuwa mwingine mwenye amesema hata haya now me Tilda I'm saying hata Ruto ukiretire hakuna pension. Ufanya nini? Wewe ukae tu kamshahara kako yenye umesave na pesa ya wananchi yenye umesave, you just go stay with it, si ndio? Because how can you give some people who are not even in the government, even they are just nothing, yani hata wanasikira tu kwa mishene ya spread in the government, but they are nobody, they are nothing. Yani hata nimejaribu kuchunguza Farouk anapatikaniana wapi kwa state house, anafanya kazi gani, ni yeye anasimamia nini in the government, hakuna jamani. But freedom of speech he has. Wakina Oscar Sudi benye wanatuambia benye wataiba kura, those ones have the freedom to speak. But the others, because of opposition, because wanapinga vitu zina happen in the government, which the things that we see that are not good, the things that we see as yendi sawasawa na Wakenya, munaona hawa hawana freedom of speech. My friend, it's for everyone. Freedom of speech is for everyone. You're not supposed to choose. Whether you like it or not, you're not supposed to choose. Whether you want it or not, it will be. Tutaongea, mtushike, mturudishe kwetu. Tuendelee na life. Tena tuongee hivyo. Labda usafirisho tufikishe mbinguni the way you always say. But if you are still alive, if you are still breathing, if you are still in this country, we will speak what we want to speak. Not only the people that you know or the people that are supporting you that they want to speak. No. Kila mtu anafaa kuongea venye ana feel, venye anajua na venye anataka. Emmanuel says hi.
Hi. Where? And so for a comment, you say hi and then you keep quiet and then you look at me. What's wrong?
Where?
What's happening with you? You are not okay. Guys, you can see Zulfa is not okay. Hata kama miss you okay, but she's the one now not okay. Where is your brain? Where is your mind?
Yeah?
Gypsy is on the way coming.
Where? Continue though, I'm listening.
Now it's your time to talk and tell us what have you heard about this thing of Osoro, what he was speaking about, or what you know about the freedom of speech in the country.
What you should say c'est la vie on things. So hey, what? Oh my God. Now, we do not have freedom of speech, no matter how we want to lie to ourselves that we do. We do not have. Sababu, it is limited to, and we say this, it is limited to some people. There are people who are allowed to have freedom of speech. Kuna watu ambao wanaweza ongea. Asa Osoro amekuja muongea vitu vingi. These people want respect. These people say they want us as Kenyans tuongee vizuri. Wakati wao wakisimama mbele ya majukwaa wanaongea mambo machafu. How are you supposed, like, was that Osoro anajua hii kitu anaongea itasikika mpaka na watoto, and children imitate that and emulate it. It's not good. Hi. Kuna Coach anasema hi guys. Hi Coach, how are you?
Hi. Welcome to the show. And we love you guys. Karibuni sana. Show us any updates too. Tuna update what it has been happening sana. During the day since we started this show asubuhi saa 2, and actually we have been moving on well with this. So, watu mmekuwa mkisikiza, but you're not telling us what have you heard about this Osoro. Is it what were they going to do actually in Kisii? Sio sasa wewe umeenda kufanya vitu zingine and then you are bringing another story. Yenye hata haituhusu. Yaani hata hakuna mtu anataka kusikia hiyo story, imagine. Gachagua yeye huko, Gachagua anafanya vitu zake. Hata Gachagua hayuko na wewe, hata abishani na wewe. What's wrong with you? Gachagua anabishana na ule mwenye huko, mwenye anaangalia hivi. Sasa wewe tunakuangalia hivi. Alafu nakuja natuambia hapa ati mtu anasema nambale did nani say that? Hawa ni mimi sikuwaisikia. Nani? Gachagua. The 207 will be like a Christmas.
Yeah, nimeshindia point hapa mara ngapi?
Did he alisema kabisa. You will send me that nini?
We. Uko serious sahi? Sisi discuss hiyo kitu hapo kwa show. We did that episode.
Ndio nakwambia you'll send me, I want to listen to it.
But you are in the same episode.
Ndio nakwambia you'll send me that speech of Gachagua. I know I was there, but I want to listen it again. Nisikie kabisa kweli.
He said, mpaka nikasema mimi mwenyewe haijakaa vizuri na mimi. Sababu imekaa ni kama, of which it is the truth. So if we are not careful, but he did say that. Mpaka hata kwenye press conference bado alirudia akasema and sema hivyo, but this is what I meant. So yeah.
Na kama amesema the way he meant, sinafaa na nyie pia mnajua akili yenu kwani ni ndogo aje. Si mnajua this person he means this, and if you will not be careful, my friend, it will just become like that. Ni kama Kenyans mmependa kufa na kumwaga damu. Hakuna mtu anataka sahi kumwaga damu ama mtu akufe. Tuna reduce population the country. Si tuna reduce. Watu wakikufa wana reduce. Sasa mkienda maandamano watu wakufe karibu 100 for a day. Kesho tena waende wakufe 100. Au mmereduce watu wangapi? You should be so much careful actually. Na sisi tunasema tena 2027 ikuwe kama 2007 ikuwe ni kama Christmas Day. No, it's not supposed to be like a Christmas Day. Christmas Day people wako pale tu wanasherekea, kuchinja mbuzi wanachinja, kuchinja ng'ombe, wakupika you know the way Christmas always be. Kwani watu tutakuwa tunasherekea watu wakikufa jamani? Tutakuwa tunasherekea watu wakimwaga damu? No. You don't supposed to do that. But ukienda like right now we said watu wa government, ukijua kwa government, Osoro you are saying you support government so much. Umetuambia venye ulikuwa sijui unakimbia 207 venye ulikuwa unakimbia na pikipiki, sijui unaenda unaingia kwa tanki ya mafuta petrol, sijui unafanya unalala njaa, sijui whatever. Hata sasa watu wanalala njaa. Hiyo ni yako, and that's your past. We don't want to know your past now. We wanna know what is going to change the country now. Sisi tutaki kujua ile shida yenye ulipitia. Sasa we are focusing on which leader will we vote for to come and change this. We just want that one person who will come with a pure heart. A person who will come and say, this is my country. I want to work for my country. Sitaki ati mimi nijifanyie nipate pesa alafu. It's not about what we need to 207. By the way, like right now inafaa tukue tunasahau mambo ya 207. You know, the more people die, the more we demonstrate and then people die, tunamwaga damu, is the time that we remember the independence time and then we remember the 207 thing. You see? Hizi vitu zinakuja zikikukumbusha na vitu ambazo zinafaa ukuwe unasahau. Yes, maybe iko kwa history ama hiyo ni acha ikae huko. Acha kushinda ukiifufua every time. Sawa? It's not a thing that you can be happy of saying every day or repeating yourself or we're not happy to see our people die, our young people die, and we need now leaders. We need these young leaders. Watu wenye wako kwa government ni watu wamekuwepo, ni watu wapo tu kutusumbua akili, kutuconfuse. Like Raila right now, simuelewi hata kidogo, simuelewi. Labda kama wewe unamuelewa hapo nje ukaniambia unamuelewaje? Manake this man is so confusing. Mara niko kwa government, mara jinsi wameniambia. Jinsi tulikuambilia wapi? Tulikuwa wapi na wewe tukikwambia tu relax? Wapi? Atu relax. Tunapokupangia 2020. Are we mad? Nani anakupangia? Who are those
but these people tubeba hii design mja amesema hapa juu. Sawa? Joseph Monyenye. Kitu amesema hapo. Hiyo ni kitu tubeba. I swear. Let me give it to you. Even though to beba I say. I swear. Because agency any like I don't know sure na okay, let me
but then mekani digest hiyo kitu nimeidai.
Inaudhi mimi niliona hiyo kitu kwanza nika screenshots. Ikatumwa tena kwa group tena na Daktari Stanley. Akaituma kwa group like nah bro. Hata kuna mmoja tu bro at agency they told me to relax as they fix the country for me. For you who?
We're fixing the country for ourselves, not you.
You who?
Where, man, just
we are not
go.
Fixing the country for boomers. We are fixing the country for Gen Zs and
I'm
the
not
alphas.
in the government.
I'm not in the government.
Where are you? Mara unakuja unatuambia this country was not in a good condition, but when I got into the government, I fixed things. Now this country is being led by me and Ruto. Raila. Yaani hata kama watu ni wajinga ama ni watoto kiasi gani jamani, Vipi? Mbona
But
tunabeba
then
hivi?
unataka kuhusu Murkomen. Naambiwa Murkomen Cherargei ameenda kwa Senate was fire. Senate was fire, hata producer anatupeleka kwa ina few. It was fire. It was fire.
Producer.
It was fire. Let me tell you, it was fire. Cherargei amesema Murkomen must nini. Na ukumbuke Cherargei ni wale watu wa Ruto. Amesema Murkomen must retire. Ujue game inachezwa hapa. Huyo anasema tunamfikisia government. Huyo ni Raila. Cherargei alikuwa anasema Ruto should go for 24 years. Sasa anasema Murkomen atoke.
Lakini if I may ask, si ati kwa ubaya. Murkomen kazi yake ni nini?
Ai, mimi sijui. You tell me. You tell me what is kazi ya Murkomen ni nini?
Yaani mimi mahali alifika tu kwanza mahali tu alinibo. Ni mahali alikuja akasimama mbele ya watu, unamwona tu this person is even is shy, telling people I didn't know there is someone who is launching a party. My friend, as big as you
That
are.
shows how incompetent. Nilisema hivyo incompetent you can be. Kutakuwa aje kuna kitu ina happen hapa
Atujui.
na wochiwa hii estate ajui. Watu walipita wapi?
Kwani
Si lazima ende stage waitishe security kwanza first of all. No, for that launch party.
kuna papa grande wenyewe wote alikuwa.
As we talk about stuff, yeye alikuwa wapi?
My friend, kwani mimi unajua kitu alinibona. I watch news. How many times has this thing has been yani imekuwa ikiongelelewa, ikirudiwa. Yani nasikia kama nimestrain kuongea. Yani tumekuwa tukiongelea. Yani Gachagua alianza lini? Alafu unakuja unajua tu ni I did not know na maskari 10 nyuma yake. Sasa maskari 10 wanafanya nini nyuma yake? Na mtu wako huko ako na watu karibu hata 100,000 ama hata kama si 100,000 hata kama walikuwa 20,000 wanaingiliwa na magunsa hapo, wengine wanaumia. You are telling, kwani you don't watch? Ama kwako una TV? Kanizo unafanya pesa unapeleka wapi? What is your role in the government? Why are you just coming? Unasimama mbele ya watu, mbele ya kamera, unapewa mic, unasema I didn't know. I wish I was your president. I wish, but that is a wish. Because it was like let me say, like my grandmother. Kitu imehappen kwa nyumba, alafu unamwambia huku na kwanza umetoka tu kupita hapo hivi. Unamwambia huku jua, huku ona. Ati hiyo kikombe mbona iko pale chini? Hata sijaiona. Ulikuwa unapata kofi ya nyuma, unaanguka huko, unajikuta umekaa chini, umerelax. It's like we are waiting for that cup to be brought for you with the tea. Sa ndio watu kama Murkomen wanataka watu, yani ukiongea kama ni uongo juu na assume ni kama hujaona na uliona, unapigwa kofi. I don't know if the producer is ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Pale
kuna Obedi anasema tuingishwe. Hiyo vita ya Murkomen kwanza utusalimia, amesema very long time Obedi. How have you been?
So, welcome.
Yeah. Then akasema hiyo vita ya Murkomen na single ni vita ya kibinafsi, sio kuhusu wa Kenya. And these people don't know that they are personal battles that you should fight alone. Kama ya Mudavadi na Martha Karua, those are personal. Ruto and Martha Karua, personal. But you're bringing them to the public. Let us go to Senate kidogo.
Okia Omtata Andrew on the issue of state of investigation into Angata Baragoi killings in Narok County. Mr. Speaker, in as much as we continue to send our deepest condolences and empathies and sympathies with the people of Angata Baragoi, it is sad that after they are buried, their issues have been forgotten. Mr. Speaker, You saw even the disanage. 41 people are yet to be recovered. A few people were killed the other day in Todonyang, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate that this country, the DCI, is efficient only when they are pursuing politically expedient cases as opposed to pursuing criminals, Mr. Speaker. And you remember even, Mr. Speaker, on this issue of Angata Baragoi, there is much more than meets the eye. Because this is the protection of grabbers of land in Angata Baragoi, Mr. Speaker, we need to be told who is behind these killings. Mr. Speaker, it was an open fire. How do you open fire in unarmed, peaceful citizens who are protesting against land grabbers, Mr. Speaker? The land grabiosis disease must be stopped in this country. Even IPOA, Mr. Speaker, no one has been arrested up to date. Yet the bullet that was being used to shoot these people, post-mortem was done. Mr. Speaker, we must be told as the families continue to grieve what the government is doing, Mr. Speaker. And it is very unfortunate. Because even the Ministry of Interior, led by Cabinet Secretary Murkomen, gave us a bravado statement when he was in North Rift by saying those people wanted to attack the police. How can you attack the police with arms and stones? And that is why I said transferring incompetence to Ministry of Interior is dangerous because you lose lives. The roads, when they are stalled, it can be fixed at a later date, Mr. Speaker. You have seen even he has sponsored the grabbing of Masalani land in Tana River, Mr. Speaker. How do you go and grab land? This minister must be called out. He is embarrassing all of us who are in government. In fact, the Murkomen must and should resign. Mr. Speaker, even he is now sponsoring MPs to attack me, Mr. Speaker, instead of fighting issues of insecurity.
There is a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, Senator Cherargei is not a first-time legislator. And even a first-time legislator by now understands and knows the standing orders of this House. If he wants to discuss the conduct of the cabinet minister, he knows what he needs to do. Number one, he knows that he needs to bring a substantive motion to you, together with the issues, and then we can have a discussion and look into the conduct of any minister, because nobody is above scrutiny, and everybody must be scrutinized. What we must stop, Mr. Speaker, is a conduct that is becoming the norm in this House, where people want to use the privilege of the floor of Parliament to malign and personalize attack against other citizens of this republic. That we cannot tolerate, Mr. Speaker. It is not honorable, it is not right, and it cannot be accepted. Did you hear Senator Cherargei say that CS Murkomen, I don't know, has organized land to be grabbed, I don't know where? Can he either table evidence to support his claims, Mr. Speaker, or withdraw? Because that should never be left in the records of this House, Mr. Speaker. No.
Now,
Yeah, and apologize,
Senator
Mr. Speaker, sorry, and apologize.
Senator Fernandi, you either substantiate your allegations or you proceed to withdraw and apologize.
Mr. Speaker, I need your guidance because the Gazette notice was signed by the Cabinet Minister of Interior. I thought it is judicially noticed.
I am referring to the statement that you've made.
No, Mr. Speaker, let me substitute and withdraw that word,
And
the grab, and say he gazetted.
Proceed. You've apologized. Proceed.
Yeah, well, let me proceed. But, Mr. Speaker, you have to appreciate that incompetence and corruption fights very seriously, Mr.
Senator
Speaker.
Fernandi.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Fernandi, take your seat. Take your seat. Senator Fernandi, you have to abide by the ruling of the Speaker. Don't come up with your own ruling and proceed to abide by that ruling. A point of order has been raised against your allegations. And indeed, to that extent, that point of order is merited. Meaning you have two options. Either to substantiate. If you're unable to substantiate, you proceed to withdraw and apologize. Pick one option and proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I've already withdrawn the answer. And I have apologized by replacing with the word that it was gazetted. Mr. Speaker, let me conclude by saying the following. You know that's the danger of incompetence and corruption. Mr. Speaker, we must call out these gentlemen. They are embarrassing everybody. Being killed, Mr. Speaker, and no one is taking it serious. I expected the majority leader.
Senator Wambua. Senator Wambua.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, these days I rarely agree with the Senator.
I will not know where child X is, child J is, child Y is. I would die out of worries, Mr. Speaker. I need peace so that my children, wherever they be, I'm assured that they're okay. I'm serious. I'm telling you. It is a thought that I cannot entertain in my mind. Mr. Speaker, the wives are adults, but my children, I can kill you for them. The wives could very well take care of themselves. Mr. Speaker, I cannot end my contribution in seconding this motion without mentioning something about CS Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya is not my friend. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya is one man against whom we have competed longest in my career. And therefore, we are serious political adversaries. Thank God the elders brought us together sometime last year and we buried the hatchet. It is going to remain that way. Why I want to celebrate Oparanya is that Oparanya has breathed new life into this ministry. In fact, there are people who think this ministry of cooperative only came around when His Excellency President William Ruto made Oparanya minister. This ministry has always been there, leader of the majority. But all of a sudden, Oparanya is there and is doing a good job. This is why sometimes I want to disagree with my younger brother Edwin when he doubts that Baba gave President William Ruto experts to help him run the government. I think it is true because Oparanya is behaving like a typical expert in members of cooperative. I mean, I have seen the coffee sector, which was there pre-independence in Kakamega, in Vihiga, in Bungoma, and many other parts of the country, especially in Nyanza and Western. They had all died. But Oparanya, every day on social media, I see he's there, he's doing this, he's doing that. We must give him space. I only want to urge members of the National Assembly, Budget and Appropriation Committee to make sure that they put sufficient funds at the disposal of CS Oparanya so that we have enough funds. I appreciate the fact that there is something they call the cherry fund, but we should have enough funds to make sure that farmers who want now to rejuvenate, to reinvigorate these factories of coffee can now be able to get good seedlings. And I would like to urge members of the farming community, especially those interested in coffee in Kakamega, not to be in a hurry, just because of the hype which I can see going on now, to plant seedlings. I have had an opportunity to sit with the senator of Kirinyaga, who appears to understand coffee farming very much, Mr. Speaker, and he has confirmed that if you prepare, get the right seedling, measure it against the soils and so on, your plant grows much faster. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Cooperatives Bill National Assembly Bills number 7 of 2024 be now read a second time. We now open this session for debate, and we start with Senator Danson Mungatana, Senator Okech Endi. You are next after Senator Gicheru. No, he was here quite early before you. And I don't know why you're questioning the chair. Senator
Chair Senator Cherigui is questioning you.
You might fail to get a chance to debate this afternoon.
Senator Cherigui, you must. Mr. Speaker, I want support this bill, Mr. Speaker, that has been moved by the Majority Leader, and say that the cooperative movement, Mr. Speaker, is one of the best structures of organization in business terms that lift societies, Mr. Speaker. And this bill seeks to put a legal framework that will ensure that there is proper governance for cooperatives in the country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, cooperatives have played a very big role in our society in making sure that businesses are started well, are resilient, are sustainable, and more importantly, can grow to greater heights, Mr. Speaker. But one thing that has always been elusive to us as a country is the governance of cooperatives. Because long time, Mr. Speaker, when especially the cooperative movement started in the agri products, Mr. Speaker, the challenge has been that the idea of governance has been left to the national level. Of course, this has been by large because of the fact that we have had a unitary government for a long time before devolution. But even in the advent of devolution, Mr. Speaker, cooperatives have remained governed by the national government. Yet the core and the essence of cooperatives, Mr. Speaker, is to help small and medium enterprises particularly, which actually was the core of the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, to look at the micro enterprises, small, medium, and sometimes growing businesses in our country, Mr. Speaker, with the idea of undoing the challenges that these businesses are facing, Mr. Speaker. And those challenges, it has been proven time without number that those challenges are best addressed within cooperatives. Yet these businesses exist in the local communities where we come from. They are in the counties. They are in the constituencies. They are in the wards where we come from. But then if you look at the governance structure, the legal infrastructure that defines cooperatives, Mr. Speaker, you find that it is only at the national level that they have been regulated over time. So this is the first bill, Mr. Speaker, that seeks to give life to Article 186 of the Constitution, which sometimes back when the Constitution was being done, saw a nexus between the national government and the county governments in the running of some of affairs such as the cooperatives that we're seeing right now, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I don't see any good bill that will be better than this in terms of that giving just that legal framework that encompasses counties to be able to give them a life in the control of cooperatives, Mr. Speaker. For far too long, Mr. Speaker, cooperatives in this country have faced the problems of financing as the biggest one, to the extent that specifically you've seen SACCOs coming in place, which is a subset of cooperatives, that SACCOs have been innovative around the idea of creating credit facilities as well as saving facilities. And Mr. Speaker, you will see that a number of those circles that we have seen in our borders have ended up changing lives to the extent that most of the informal business that we see today, or people who are still in the informal economy, over 70% of our country, Mr. Speaker, is still in the informal economy. If you look at the number of people who are employed and taxed in this country, Mr. Speaker, it's barely 30%. And that informal economy, the Juakali sector, the border sector that right now NTSA has given as having 1.5 million people in our borders, Mr. Speaker, those people can only make sense of growing their businesses within some form of a circle, which has specifically chosen the line of financial services and being able to help its members to figure out those financial services. And Mr. Speaker, even last week, we were with a number of senators from this house who I want to thank very much. And I know that, Mr. Speaker, your contribution also reached the people of Migori, and your message was well home with the people of Migori. I know you were traveling in Israel last week, but then you saw the sense of being able to organize the Migori people who are in the border industry in circles where, Mr. Speaker, you won't imagine they might look like little circles where they don't have proper financing to help them acquire borders where the cost of borders tend to be very expensive. Yet, Mr. Speaker, when they organize themselves in those small circles, they are able to lend each other money, and they are able to support one another to acquire one more and two more and three more borders within their circles. And last week, Mr. Speaker, through the effort of colleagues in this Senate, we were in Migori County to help the border circles of Migori, and we raised 12 million. In a place where in their circles they used to borrow from each other in their small constituencies, maybe 50 shillings, now we have expanded that tenfold, that they're going to borrow and lend one another even up to 50,000, which, Mr. Speaker, is enough to give a deposit to get a border from Watu Credit, to get a border from Mogo, or to get a border from Progressive and other financiers that are in the market, Mr. Speaker. So the role of cooperatives, as demonstrated by circles, Mr. Speaker, cannot be understated. And the whip, majority whip, Senator Boni Alwale has just spoken about how cooperative movement have changed even the lives of farmers who are giving business sense in the milk industry on the mountain where you come from, Mr. Speaker, from the mountain. And you can see how this can transform the lives of our people. Yet, the challenges of governance and mismanagement of circles, Mr. Speaker, have constantly remained with cooperative movements, to the extent that mismanagement of those cooperatives are not just based on lack of proper leadership and vision to cooperatives, but also to the extent that when members contribute to these cooperatives, they end up losing sometimes their own contributions into the cooperatives. And we have seen time without number, Mr. Speaker, that it is not only the local cooperatives that are struggling, but even the larger governing bodies at the national level that makes it impossible for cooperatives to have a sustainable way of corporate governance. This is an issue that can be made better with proper regulation that does not only look at national government's role, but also the county government's roles, which is what this bill seeks to address in terms of giving life to Article 186 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, we have also seen time without number because by the sense that circles are always built by members who come from these localities, not as vibrant in terms of business acumen as compared to bigger companies or bigger businesses. The circles tend to have a serious lack of capacity and a serious lack of skills in terms of what would make their, not only the circles, but also the cooperatives tend to lack that capacity and skills in terms of what would make them be more business competitive. And this happens, Mr. Speaker, not because of lack of exposure of members, But because of lack of avenues for incentives and support by the governance structure at a national level that is only keen to make sure that they are oversighted, but not giving them support. I think, Mr. Speaker, with what is proposed in this bill, that support can come where we have got a county body working together with a national body and being able to give this support to cooperatives in our communities, Mr. Speaker. One that is close to my heart, Mr. Speaker, is that because traditionally the cooperatives that we have seen, among them, Mr. Speaker, you have just been told about the milk industry, some we have seen in the form of sugarcane industry, but they've not done very well as compared to sometimes even the maize industry. Mr. Speaker, one of the biggest challenges we have had with SACCOs is a generational gap. There is no legal framework that requires for proper transitions, for proper engagement with generational change in SACCOs, Mr. Speaker. If you look at where you come from, Mr. Speaker, and you studied the corporate in my mind. Mr. Speaker, the wives are adults, but my children, my children, I can kill you for them. The wives could very well take care of themselves. Mr. Speaker, I cannot end my contribution in seconding this motion without mentioning something about CS Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. CS Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya is not my friend. Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya is one man against whom we have competed longest in my career. And therefore, we are serious political adversaries. Thank God the elders brought us together sometime last year and we buried the hatchet. It is going to remain that way. Why I want to celebrate Oparanya is that Oparanya has breathed new life into this ministry. In fact, there are people who think this ministry of cooperative only came around when His Excellency President William Ruto made Oparanya minister. This ministry has always been there, leader of the majority. But all of a sudden, Oparanya is there and is doing a good job. This is why sometimes I want to disagree with my younger brother Edwin when he doubts that Papa gave President William Ruto experts to help him run the government. I think it is true because Oparanya is behaving like a typical expert in members of cooperative. I mean, I have seen the coffee sector, which was there pre-independence in Kakamega, in Vihiga, in Bungoma, and many other parts of the country, especially in Nyanza and Western. They had all died. But Oparanya, every day on social media, I see he's there, he's doing this, he's doing that. We must give him space. I only want to urge members of the National Assembly, Budget and Appropriation Committee to make sure that they put sufficient funds at the disposal of CS Oparanya so that we have enough funds. I appreciate the fact that there is something they call the cherry fund, but we should have enough funds to make sure that farmers who want now to rejuvenate, to reinvigorate these factories of coffee can now be able to get good settlings. And I would like to urge members of
the farming community, especially those interested in coffee in Kakamega, not to be in a hurry, just because of the hype which I can see going on now, to plant seedlings. I have had an opportunity to sit with the senator of Kirinyaga, who appears to understand coffee farming very much, Mr. Speaker, and he has confirmed that if you prepare, get the right seedling, measure it against the soils and so on, your plant grows much faster. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Cooperatives Bill, National Assembly Bills number 7 of 2024, be now read a second time. We now open this session for debate, and we start with Senator Danson Mungatana, Senator Okech Endi. You are next after Senator Gicheru. No, he was here quite early before you. And I don't know why you're questioning the chair. Senator Chergey.
Chair Senator Chergey is questioning you.
You might fail to get a chance to debate this afternoon.
Senator Chergey must... Mr. Speaker, I want support this bill, Mr. Speaker, has been moved by the Majority Leader, and say that the...
So tumeweza kusikiza wale Senate. It's always good to go to Senate and sometimes listen to these people as they are arguing and passing stuff on our behalf, yeah? Ni vizuri sana, ni vizuri sana. Nataka niangalia pale kwenye comment section kama kuna comments, alafu we continue. So kuna Obed Ndai anasema Ngei akona masilahi yake ya kibinafsi. Almost Kalenjin leader, almost, I think they mean almost every Kalenjin leader are tribal and corrupt. Sawa? And then Geoffrey Ongechi anasema Kenya tuko na shida kubwa juu tuna purpose of West, kuanzia uongozi wa nchi, viongozi wa upinzani, wanaharakati na mainstream media in Kenya, upinzani na wale wako kwa gava ni same. Geoffrey, that is true. That is true. Everybody is becoming a puppet. Even now our TikTokers. Ni kama sasa Mr. Ruto ameanza ile kitu ya Samia sasa. Unajua Samia uses the TikTokers that you're looking. Sawa? Like it is bad. Na hii mambo ya mtu kusimama anaongea vitu, like I think they should be kunafaa kuwa na ile canceling of someone. Mtu ana get cancelled aje. Wewe ukisimama uongee vibaya kama wewe Faruk, we cancel you as Kenyans. Hakuna mahali utayekewa mic tena usimame uongee. Ukiongea vitu ambavyo havieleweki. Wewe ni kama Osoro, hata kama ni Gachagua, anything you say that is not supposed to be said, we cancel you. That policy is already majuu. Hawezi simama tu ongea hivi, you get cancelled. Unapata wewe you cannot even go on social media to speak because you cannot be having new people mnasema tu mbele mnaongea mambo ya kiolela. Just slapping your mouths together and saying something. What can you say?
We have had in Senate the way people are talking, by the way. You know, guys, mkiona Senate iko mahali, iko live, you go and watch. Mostly it's always on this Kenya News Alert. So, nenda mna watch, at least you listen to those senators what they say. Kunakuwa na fire, kunakuwa na fire hapo. Unaona venye people, how those senators are talking, even the MP, the members of parliament, lakini mali kuna kwanga sana moto fire ni kwa Senate. You should be going there and watching. Usichoke kuwatch na kusikiza mtu. I always tell you that to listen to somebody who is speaking, it's so nice. It helps you in some things and in some ways. And I don't say that you have to, you listen, yes, but choose your words. Choose those words, then you know that these words are so much important. Naeza tumia in my ways. At least kunakuwa na mafunzo pale, kunakuwa na urekebisho pale, kunakuwa na yale mambo ambayo unasikia kweli unasema this person is speaking the reality. That's the place you will know the reality. That's the place that utaona sasa kuna uongo, kuna mali kuna uongo na kuna mali pia kuna shida. Like you heard about the Murukmen Garden in Tana River. Mlikuwa mnajua? Hata mimi sikuwa najua, nimesikilia hapo. You've heard about, you've heard wakiongea maneno ya farmers hapo. Actually they're talking just a lot of things in the Senate. That's why we always listen to the Senate mostly. Wao wanaongea vitu ambazo zinaendelea hapa in the country. They talk about the economy, they talk about the education, about the shutting, yeah? They talk about the government we have right now, if it's working. Of course kuna wale wanapinga na kuna wale wana stand on their toes. Wanasema hii ndio inafanyika and we won't start on this pretending that we are okay and we are not okay. Actually Kenyans, don't pretend to be okay and you're not okay. Don't. Yeah? Ati umevunjika mguu lakini unang'ang'ana usimame utembee. Imagine iwezekani. Iwezekani hata kidogo. Lazima is a must you say it. You tell the people, no, this is what is happening. We can't move when this thing is still here. We can't move when we are seeing corruption. Hatuwezi kuwa na life na economy mzuri kama tunaona corruption inazidi in the country. Yeah? Hatuwezi kuwa na maisha mzuri tukiona vitu zinaenda venye zinaenda saizi. Yeah? That's why we say we want new people in the government. By the opposition, our watu wote tumekuwa tukiona in the government for the longest time. Ni wale tu, the same people, and the same too. There's no difference. They're the same. Why can't we come to the conclusion and find somebody who will come and change this? Yani watu wageni, yani tukiangalia tu government, tuone kama akina nani. Yani watu wageni wenye hata wayuko kwa government hata kidogo. Yani somebody just from nowhere. Tunaona watu from Turkana, tunaona watu from Makueni, watu from Western. Yani wenye hata hukutarajia wanaweza kuwa hapo. Because let me tell you, genius people and smart people are outside here. Okay?
Turudi. Wacha turudi bunge.
Of parliamentary circle, and also as the director of parliamentary circle, or PACOSA as you call it. And I can tell from the members the way they have spoken, the support of the circles in this country is very critical. Even as members of parliament, we have our own circle. There is also Bunge circle, there is police circle, there is teacher circle. So Speaker, it assists many of the investments that you see, even ownership of small investment. Even some of the projects, the small projects some of us do, we do it courtesy of the circle. So it means we must pool resources, Mr. Speaker. So as a farmer, cooperative movement must be revived. And I'm happy Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, Governor, and the current CS should push and ensure we have more resources to revive and jumpstart most of the cooperative society. You and me come from a farming community where we need this cooperative to ensure our farmers, Mr. Speaker, get an opportunity of ensuring, Mr. Speaker, that we have opportunity of ensuring that cooperative farmers in this country. There are many challenges, and I want to agree that we should prevent cooperative societies from going under because of poor leadership, poor governance, and also corruption that is killing most of it. Look at the coffee sector. Look at the dairy sector. What killed KCC? What killed cooperative of coffee? What killed most of the cooperative? Now we have border circles. We have matatu circles, Mr. Speaker. that we are, even now we have border circles, a number of them. We have cooperative, especially dairy, like Lelchego, Tanki, and Kabiye dairies, Mr. Speaker. Number of cooperative like Kipsiele, Coffee Cooperative, Kabunyeria, some in Taunet, some in Aldai, Mr. Speaker, so that it makes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and therefore as a country we must pool resources together for the benefit of all of us, Mr. Speaker, going into the future, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you remember today in the morning when I was in the talk show, when I was in Citizen at the State of the Nation, we must as a country also be disciplined. This issue of indiscipline, corruption and bad manners and bad governance should not thrive in our country. Even when you are not, even when you are an activist, whether you are an activist, whether you are a director of a cooperative society, Mr. Speaker, and I told the country that one of the activists will resurface today, and they have resurfaced today, Mr. Speaker, and I was very right, that in this country, the bad manner should not be exported to our neighboring countries like Tanzania, like Uganda, and many others, Mr. Speaker. In fact, I want to challenge Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the CDF of Uganda, the Chief of Defense Forces of Uganda, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, and President Museveni to be on the lookout for activists who have, you know, they are so used, Mr. Speaker, of indiscipline that they want to export outside the country, Mr. Speaker. So we must ensure we don't transport bad manners to cooperative movement in this. He attended, and I've read the bill, and I know whether the senior counsel has read. One of the essence of this bill is to create and ensure education, training, information, and cooperative capacity development for cooperative directors and CEOs who will run these cooperative societies, Mr. Speaker. And even certification and accreditation. Mr. Speaker, if we want to achieve, we must ensure that the Cooperative University of Kenya is anchored in this bill so that we have a standardized way of accrediting and standardization, because you can imagine if directors of cooperative are trained differently across the country, we'll never have a standardized format of looking at it. So this is the opportune time, Ministry, and I'll be bringing an amendment so that we anchor the Cooperative University as one of the training centers, one of capacity development centers for development of our cooperative directors and CEO who will run this cooperative, Mr. Speaker, and ensure also they assist us as part of governance, Mr. Speaker. In cooperative governance, we must relook at it, Mr. Speaker. So I want to challenge that we must anchor the Cooperative University of Kenya as part of the people who will, and I'll bring an amendment to ensure we have issues of accreditation, standardization, training, capacity building, and research. And this is one of the only universities that we have in the country that we must anchor to allow us to train. And I think, Mr. Speaker, going into the future, let us also specialize some of these universities. I remember JKUAT was supposed to be agricultural training, including Egerton. We need to ensure, you know, universities are going under. And you know, Senator Omogeni, many people have challenged the university funding model. The reason now most universities are struggling, Mr. Speaker, is because, Mr. Speaker, underfunding. And the president brought a model of university funding that should revive most of these universities, Mr. Speaker. I don't agree what Moi University management did yesterday or a few days ago, that they sacked more than 800 staff in Moi University. That is, I am alma mater of Moi University, Mr. Speaker, the School of Law. I'm alma mater of Moi University. What is happening in Moi University is very unfortunate. I want to ask the management, not you, how do you fire 800 people who have dependents and families who have worked with the university for the last 15 to 20 years? Mr. Speaker, even those universities, Moi University used to have what we call MUSCO. They also used to have cooperative society, and most of the lecturers and workers within Moi University use cooperatives to acquire the little investment. So I want to challenge the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Labor, the Senate of the University Council of Moi University to revoke the firing and sacking of more than 800 workers who have stayed. Mr. Speaker, how do you fire somebody who has stayed more than 15 years without cry to it? And it is the same principle and breadth that we are saying don't fire UHC, Universal Health Coverage. And you remember I told the CS in charge of health that he should not fire or transfer UAC workers without proper terms of service, including gratuity, Mr. Speaker. It is the only listing we can do. Mr. Speaker, this country, we must be careful and we must be grateful. The UAC workers came out and confronted an animal called COVID when all of us were hiding. When this senator, that John, when the Senate and Parliament was doing virtual sittings, hiding in our homes, staying in our homes, doing social distance, the only people who came out and fought without a bullet and a gun were the UHC workers. How do we reward? I was sad, Mr. Speaker, when I saw them sleeping here in Kencom, in Afia Center, all night, Mr. Speaker. I want to appeal to the Council of Governors, the Ministry of Health, and His Excellency the President, to kindly President William Ruto. I know he's a man with a big heart to intervene on this issue of UHC, so that our young men can be confirmed on permanent and pensionable, their gratuity which should be paid, just like we do in PNP, Mr. Speaker. So, I'm saying because most of these organizations have cooperative movements, within even police, we want to see, Mr. Speaker, we want also to see, Mr. Speaker, the teachers' cooperative union, Mr. Speaker. Even Mwalimu Sacco, I know it had challenges in the past, Mr. Speaker. I saw yesterday the committee of the education demanded the medical cover of teachers. These movements, Mr. Speaker, me and my mother is a P1 primary school teacher. It is courtesy of the Sacco that yours truly and the future president of this republic, I was able to go to school. The meager salary that my mother got as a primary school teacher could not take me to the great school of Kapsabet Boys High School if it was not for the Sacco that teachers have, Mr. Speaker. I would not be standing here. That is why I was able to go to Kapsabet Boys High School and later went to Moi University School of Law, courtesy of the teachers. I'm a proud son of a primary school teacher. My mother taught for many years, and she even later taught me in school. The reason I'm saying I'm the future president is because Kapsabet Boys has produced two presidents. It has produced President Moi. It has produced President William Ruto. They say if you see quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So I have been to a school where presidents are being manufactured, Mr. Speaker. So the point I'm trying to make is that SACCO has assisted all of us. And that is why when I had the cooperative bills, I feel it personal, because it is out of cooperatives that you as truly, Mr. Speaker, who is also the Senator of the Republic of Kenya, elected by the great people of Nandi, and I want to dissuade your governor, Mr. Speaker, that when a senator questions, any senator in this, even you can question about Nandi. Senator Nyamira, he can question about Nairobi. Senator Vihiga can even oversight, and I'm happy with the speech he made in Garissa, during Garissa cultural event. But I want to request colleagues in future, as a sign of protest, you should not attend such events, because it's only consumed 40 million, Mr. Speaker. But I know he was being sent as the deputy party leader of ODM. He was there courtesy of Prime Minister Raila Odinga. So it is understandable. But I'm happy he said governor must answer to questions when he appears before the Senate, Mr. Speaker. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we need to tell governors that the work of the Senate is to oversight the entire 47 governors, Mr. Speaker. And that is why yesterday I said there are 17 stall projects in Garissa that is worth for 5 or 4 million. It should complete. And that is why I was asking, what is the priority? Is it cultural event that costed 40 million, or is it 56 kilometers of water? Can you imagine, Senator Omugeni, Garissa Township, where the Tana River passes, there is no water? It is very unfortunate, Mr. Speaker. So we need to ensure that, and by the way, Senator Omugeni's point of information, that 56 kilometers is called Baraki Malani water pipeline, of 56 kilometers in Lagdera sub-county, that has consumed 219.8 million. Just for your record, so that as you confer some of these issues, you are able. Mr. Speaker, number 3 is establishment of Office of the Commissioner of Cooperative Development. I agree, so that we have centralized engagement in terms of cooperatives. That's a good one, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that you have included the PPPs, private-public partnership. I agree. That is one of the functions of commission, so that we have centralized. Mr. Speaker, I know we have donors through conditional funds and grants. Let them engage through PPP. If, for example, you know Denmark is biased towards dairy, Mr. Speaker, is dairy. Dairy is biased towards dairy. Mr. Speaker, they should be able to be allowed under PPP to partner, for example, with farmers from Nandi, Mr. Speaker. As I said this, I'm sad, because the current governor of Nandi, Governor Sang, which has done the source of champions to source of corruption, is that he has built a Nandi cooperative creameries. Can you believe this, Mr. Speaker? Almost 1 billion, yet he has not even packaged a half a liter of milk. Even a correct factory should only consume 350 million, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate that as we talk today, the farmers of Nandi, we have never gotten value, because Nandi, there are so many white elephants. In fact, do we call yellow elephants or still white elephants? Because Kabiet, which has Nandi creameries, has consumed almost 1 billion. Yet they did not buy land, Mr. Speaker. You go to newborn mother baby in Kapsabet Hospital, is tall. You go to Nandi Governor's office, is tall. Kobujai Hospital, which is thrown away from the Governor Sang home. God forbid if he gets a medical emergency. That project has stalled and has consumed almost 100 million Kenyan shillings. Just like Kapsengere, like Chepterwai Kapsengere Dispensary, Chepterwai Hospital, Mr. Speaker. So it is very unfortunate that white elephants continue. I'm saying this because, for example, this issue of PPPs, if the coffee sector, avocado sector, Mr. Speaker, and also to ensure, promote, and develop frameworks for public-private partnerships, PPPs, we must ensure. Even I saw your governor has established something, he's supposed to fund a project called Garissa's Farmers Training Center or something like that, Mr. Speaker. We must ensure that we bring cooperatives into this, and this will be the work of Commissioner of Cooperative. Mr. Speaker, I think I agree also when you look at another clause, because I can see my time is fast spent. The Director of Cooperatives for Counties, I agree, but I'm happy that you have given a word of intergovernmental so that we have that relationship between the Cooperative Commissioner in Nairobi and 47 county directors, so that we don't undermine. Mr. Speaker, you know the biggest threat to devolution in clawback clauses. And we are seeing this legislation that is being sponsored by National Assembly, that they want to claw back some of the devolved function, like health, like cooperatives, Mr. Speaker. We need to be very careful as a Senate, Mr. Speaker. The price of democracy is eternal vigilance. We must be vigilant, Mr. Speaker. We must be vigilant. And that is why there is a saying, Senator Okongo, that when you smell a stew from your neighbor and your goat has disappeared, you become suspicious of your neighbor. So we need to be careful what National Assembly wants to achieve, Mr. Speaker, because they are slowly taking the functions of counties and transferring and telling us, you know, NGCDF has done much more than counties. Mr. Speaker, they say before you kill a dog, you give it a bad name. There is corruption everywhere. I want to challenge National Assembly, if they have bowls of steels, sorry, Mr. Speaker, if they have courage, they should oversight their work of national government. There is so much corruption everywhere. What we should be calling out is EACC. But I pity and empathize with Garissa County, because unfortunately the CEO of EACC comes from Garissa. I don't know whether he will be conflicted, whether he can take action against the county government of Garissa, but that is a story of another day, Mr. Speaker. The final point I wanted to make is on the structure of cooperative. I'm happy there is producer cooperative, that is will enclave farmers. I have OAB, the one I have a farmers of Mr. Kosge, I'm forgetting the name, who comes from Nandils. Mr. Speaker, they have their own tea factory. They have even built a building, Siret, it's called Siret. They have even a building in Nandils town. And when you visit Nandi, I know your dad used to know Nandi, and he was a PC, and he knows Nandi very well. And we went with him during my state of address at Nandi County Assembly. They have a huge building, courtesy of Siret OAP. This is what we call producer. But the danger is the government did not give them exception of VAT. And these are small-scale older farmers, Mr. Speaker. Let us avoid giving tax exemptions to Uizu and give small farmers. I'm happy there is the savings and credit. We must check out the Watu credit. Kenya Women, Mr. Speaker. There is a famous corporate savings and credit society called Kenya Women. In fact, I want to advise senators, be careful on the loan your wife takes. Because if your wife takes Kenya Women loan and they don't pay, Kenya Women will come with police and take your sofa set, they will take your beddings, they will take the TV, they will take cows. There is hue and cry in villages in Nandi. Because of Kenya Women, the wives go and take loan, Mr. Speaker, and they don't refund. Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, I beg to support, and I'll bring amendments at the committee stage. I thank you for the indulgence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Godfrey Ososi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this important opportunity to also make my valued comments on the cooperative bill, National Assembly bill. Mr. Speaker, cooperative movement, as my colleagues have said, is a very important sector in our economy. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the figures from the economy, then you realize the importance of cooperatives in our economy. Because, Mr. Speaker, 63% of Kenyans depend on cooperatives. That is more than half of the population of Kenya depends on cooperatives, either directly or indirectly through members of the cooperative and their dependents, or through the programs they do in the society. So 63%, and I believe this number will likely go up as we continue to improve the status of cooperatives in this country. Mr. Speaker, our GDP, the gross domestic product of Kenya, 45% of it is from cooperatives. This is huge, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is a sector that is very significant to our economy. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about an asset base for cooperative of 1 trillion shillings. This is just nearly half of our national budget, Mr. Speaker. This is a huge amount of money. Mr. Speaker, 30% of our national savings, 30% of our national savings are all coming from cooperatives. These figures, Mr. Speaker, clearly indicates that this sector is very, very, very important sector in our economy, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know the popular session paper number 10 of 1965 that many of us have been referring to, talked about African socialism, where they were seeking to Africanize the economy. And one of the tools they used to Africanize the economy was through the cooperative movement. So you can see that even our forefathers had a very good vision of what cooperatives could do to our economy. Mr. Speaker, having given a good picture of what cooperatives can do to our economy, including even having a loan portfolio of 700 billion shillings, the money that cooperatives have lent out to Kenyans, there is other issues that we need to look at. Mr. Speaker, Kenya has been ranked very highly in cooperative movement, being ranked as a top country in Africa and among the top 10 in the world. But that ranking has been going down, Mr. Speaker, and something has to be done about it so that we maintain our position as a leader in the cooperative movement, not just in Africa, but globally. But that is retarding. It is going down. I am aware other countries are coming up very fast, especially West Africa countries, which are coming up to claim their space. Mr. Speaker, one of the negative things that have happened in this country when it comes to cooperative is the corruption and the stealing at Cusco. Mr. Speaker, as we are talking now, depositors are at risk of losing 6 billion shillings as a result of the stealing, the looting, and the corruption at Cusco, which is the apex cooperative in Kenya, where, according to Price Waterhouse, 6 billion shillings is not accounted for because of irregular and illegal withdrawals, illegal cash transfers, illegal dividends, and many other malpractices that happened. Mr. Speaker, what I fail to understand is that the report is there, but these people who have been involved in this fraud are still enjoying their ill-gotten wealth. And the police are dragging their feet. Many of the people who are victims of this fraud are teachers and civil servants who have lost their money in Cusco. Mr. Speaker, even as we pass this bill, I think we need to call out on the investigative agencies, on the police, to arrest the culprits involved in the looting and the stealing at Cusco. We cannot have a scenario where the apex cooperative in the country, which is supposed to be the key cog in the entire sector, becomes a target of thieves, of looters, and very little is done to protect the funds that have been invested in this Cusco. Mr. Speaker, even in Cusco, they say that these people were stealing upwards of 580 million annually for the last 10 years. And yet we have a regulator, Sasira. Where was Sasira? Where was Sasira all these years when all this was happening, Mr. Speaker? Didn't they see it? Did they participate? Were they conspirators in this fraud? I think a lot needs to be answered by not just the Cusco directors, but also the regulator. What did the regulator do to safeguard Kenyans' investment in Cusco? We have other circles, secondary circles, which have suffered.
Karibuni tena. Inabidi tuende kwenye Senate tuweze kuwasikiza sababu it's always good to know what these people are doing with our taxes and everything. Si ndio? Umeweza kusikia nini?
Okay, they have been talking about a lot of things. I've had the senator of Nandi. He has been speaking a lot about how people are getting benye watu wanaendelea kule na chai, mambo ya chai, what they have built, maendeleo yao, at least in the farming. That's some things that are going on that are so good, and to appreciate those farmers of tea who are there. Mpaka mnajijengea kitu yenyu hapo, mnafanya kazi zenyu. Yani you are improving your plantations, you are improving. Kipindi cha lala salama. Not improving. Improving.
Ayo kuna unang'oa hivyo ni wakamba.
Zinasema not improving. Hey, we. Hata we. So bad. Improving their farming. At least, the way he wants. He wants to be the. He wants to be the next now president. He wants to be the future president. Sasa future na yeye ni mzee, hata watu wengine wanaona kitu wanaongea kweli.
Naenda kwa future.
The senator of nini? Nandi. Sasa anataka kuwa
Sasa huyu atakuwa president wapi?
Kwanza amesema in future.
In future gani?
I don't know which future is he saying.
Sasa wana future 2027.
Wakati kitu amesema hapo is because he went sijui to I've heard him say mamake alikuwa primary teacher. Hata yeye pia amemfunza, akampeleka shule, akampeleka Kapsabet Boys. Yeah, and then Kapsabet Boys imetoa like 2 presidents now. Now he wants to be the 3rd president from Kapsabet Boys. Yeah. Anyway, good luck for you. Try your best. Atukutakia ati usikue ama nini. Best for you. Yeah. Kila mtu hakuna uwezi takia mwingine mabaya. Tunakutakia mazuri. If you want to be the next president, good for you. Go for it if you want it. What tunaambia mtu go for it. If you see something is good, if you see something is it will work for you well, my friends, just go for it. Ukiambiwa usiolewa hapa na wewe uone ni kuzuri na ukimbia ukaolewa, wewe tu mabaya kuta pale jibebe mwenyewe. Sawa? Like right now we are carrying it by ourselves. Yeah. Ukiambiwa usiende hii biashara si mzuri na wewe ujiingiza ukaenda kufanya zile biashara, mzigo ukitokea jitweke mwenyewe ukaubebe mzigo wako. Usiachie ama usilete mtu mwingine akakubebea. You should, but if you need something and you know this roho yako inakwambia hiki kitu ni mzuri jamani, nenda ukakichukue, nenda ukakipokee. Just go for it. So Senator, unataka kuwa the future president. Sijui ni future gani hiyo. Sijui ni ya Gumbaro ama ni ya wapi. I don't know. But
sasa anakuja future president wakati yeye mwenyewe anataka Ruto aende for 34 years. Atakuwa aje president? Yeye anaona atakuwa president wapi huko?
Maybe anataka kuwa, but you can't know. You can't know hata kidogo. But ni good for him because unajua ni mtu ameona shule nimeenda imetoa ma president. And congratulations to that school because watu wanatia bidii huko, sawa? And we want that to be in any schools. Si kwetu Kapsabet Boys ndio inatoa president. Ingine nyinyi mnataka tu kutoa ma MPs, ma governors na ma MCS. You have to bring.
Hata Boni Alalo yameongea vibaya. Anaambia Tigashagwa ana breathe nini? Anacheza na moto. Moto ni nini? Hiyo si kutishiana by the way. These people just throw like they just throw zitagwaje. They just throw threats just like wanazirusha tu. And hata hawafikiri.
No government yes I for me what I told you, the government that we have right now is not the government that is that so much serious to take care of the of issues that are going on in the country. Like right now kama ingekuwa ni we have the government that is so much serious, like hii mambo ya kutishiana kuongea bad things about other people, it could have already been stopped by the president. Aseme mwache kuongea hivi, these are the opposition, kama wanakam na the opposition, let them be and come the way they are coming, but you just concentrate and work on what you were given by the Kenyans to do. You are here to work for the Kenyans, or you are here to work for the country, not for the individual persons, or this is not your time to compete with the other people.
No, it is not
government.
It is not that time.
Yeah, it is not. We have given you time to work. We have not given you
but
time
to... But hii kitu ambayo wa president walidanga, sijui who says it is mandatory for them to come for 10 years. Unapata nilisema, mtu ana lounge hapa, ana lounge pale, anachimba shimo huko, anasijui anaanza sijui nini pale, juu kwa akili yake ko like the first 5 years ni za ku lounge vitu na kuzunguka huko, and then when they are coming out to ask for to be voted back in, hapo sasa ndio mtu anaanza sijui nyef vitu.
Wacha nikwambie
vitu mtu kwa akili yake anasema it's like this is how, yani it is. Unajua venye ulikuwa ukiba mtihani shule, unaweka hapa si ndio? Unajua ndaandika jina sawa, niandike whatever index number, niandike nini sawa, nichore tu mistari vizuri with time, juu niko na answers.
Ulifanya hiyo shughuli?
I used to be top 5, not for that, but obviously.
Na mbona unaijua sana jamani?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Age mimi sijaijua, nilikuwa naona nikifanya hiyo shit nitapatikana.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Sawa, I used to give people the Kenya. So now I know what they used to do. Ndio wako like ndakuwa nachora nini.
Mimi nilikuwa naona wale wanaandika kwa petticoat.
Petticoat.
Unachukua answers vizuri petticoat yako hapa mbele. Umeandika the answers, unaandika those answers, unaandika. Alafu you just have your uniform and then you go a white petticoat though, or a blue one or a green one, and then you write with a pen, yenye unajua vitu zinaonekana. So unaenda tuna class. So utakuwa unasoma tu question, hii si ni ile answer niliandika, unafunua, unaangalia, unafunika, and then you continue. But that one was so nice. Wale walikuwa wanaingia na makaratasi, most of them walikuwa wanapatikana, but for the petticoats and bikers, wale ndio walikuwa wataalamu. Lakini hakuna kitu mbaya kama uibe mtihani alafu uanguke. That is the most thing that I feared in my life, because uwezi iba na uanguke. If you knew you are going to iba, inafaa upite, and then hizi vitu zikuendee vizuri. But umeenda umeiba, bado tu umeanguka, you are just still there. That's why I used to tell people, why can't you just go for once, just use your brain. Kama ujui, leave it like that. If you know, pita nayo, sawa. Ukiiba hata itakuletea amani. Hata mwenyewe utajiuliza maswali. Hii vitu yote niliiba jameni, nikaona is.
Let me tell you something on that. As you continue with the topic, sawa. Cousin, I went to a boarding school, sawa. Kulikuwa na cousin yangu hapa na cousin yangu. Like from like we were tulikuwa tu makuzo. Tumepelekwa shule moja, si wote from a far country. Now, sasa kazi yangu mmoja alipataga social studies 29%. Sasa kazi yangu mwingine tulikuwa sisi wote, mimi nilikuwa ndo president wa shule, huyu mwingine huyu dem ni monitor, huyu mwingine ni prefect wa daro. Sawa? So prefect akaenda kusaidia mwalimu kumark hiyo social studies. Akapata huyu ampata 29. Anakuja kumwambia usikii Karo ampata 92. So Karo is out here being like, mimi niko set. Anajua kwa afanya kama hesabu 92, sijui what. Alafu anakuja pale 29. Na sisi washafanya, ameona akona marks juu 300 kitu. Wallahi that cousin, wewe Fidelis, you're such a bad person. Now, what was I saying, tukienda kwa historia ya Kenya. These people are used to be like, I am gonna ndakuja hapa niko na Mwakenya in the next 5 years ambazo zinakuja. Saa hii amezisunda tu. Sawa? So like I'm gonna come back. So wacha niende unizunguke huku nijifanye nafanya shughuli, alafu ndakuja niwaambie, si mnajua hizi projects ni mimi nilianza. Si mnajua mimi. Si mnajua ni mimi. So mtaona yenyewe, let me give it back to the person who knows. Unaona? Like itabidi tu. It is easier to rehire a house help that you hired kitambo, because you feel huyu anajua mali na ekaga funguo, huyu anajua than a new one. But let me tell you, these people should know it is not compulsory, it is not mandatory. There is nowhere that it is written for you to be here for another term. Unaweza kuja upige zako 5 kama haupigi kazi, na actually that that is how it should go. And please let us wrap up.
So guys, thank you for being with us. My name is Tilda. See you again tomorrow. And I'm still not feeling well, but ni kungangana. Tuseme ikifika time ya do, hakuna kucheza na kazi. Tunaenda nayo, tupate hiyo pesa ndio tujitibu, sivyo? But thank you very much for being with us. We love you so much. We appreciate kabisa kukua nanyi kila siku ambayo mnakuwa nasi hapa. You just take your time, hata kama uko pale kwenye duka, ama uko pale nyumbani, ama uko pale kazini. You just take your time to listen to us and type on a live chat. May God just bless you and be with you every time and anytime you need him. And let him protect you. And mkuwe na usiku mwema wa mwanana. Tuonane majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa heri.
Okay. So kwa majina naitwa Zulfa Wanjiru Mwangi. Tupatane hapa kesho majaliwa inshallah. Bye bye.